Hello everybody, welcome to JAIIB English Medium channel. I hope all of you are doing fine. Today in this particular video, we will be talking about the most important topics from the module B of PPB, Principles and Practices of Banking. So if you are very serious to crack the exam of JAIIB in May 2026, then you cannot skip this video. We have covered the module A video in the previous session, so if you have not seen that, it is highly advisable that after the session is over, try to go through that video also, because these two modules, that is module A and module B, will set the tone of your PPB marks. And most students who score good in these two modules, they are highly likely to crack the PPB examination. Fine. So we have covered the journal banking operations in the previous lecture. Fine. The units are from 1 to 21. A quick recap for all of you who were not able to catch up to that particular session. First of all, you should focus on the relevant products. Fine. The banking products, as we call them, be it the types of saving bank accounts, or for that matter the types of foreign accounts, the FCNR, NRE, NRO accounts, how the cash, the second point is how the cash facility is made available to the customers, how the check facility is there for the customers, and what about the duties of the banker, the responsibility of the banker while going through the operations of checks. Then we have the third important pointer, which pertains to the types of organization, whether we are talking about a minor or for that matter Pardanasheen woman. Then we have the proprietorship firm, partnership firm, we have the HUF, illiterate person. All these types of organizations you must know. Along with that, what is the prime difference between the types of companies, public limited, private limited, like that. Then the most important part, the third theme, would be the types of organization. The fourth theme, which we have discussed in the previous lecture, it was regarding the schemes. Fine. The various schemes which are there in the last three chapters of your module A. The schemes being, mostly questions are asked from RBI OS 2021. Then we have the RTI 2003 and the Consumer Protection Act as well. All these three important rules, regulations, the stipulations, they are very important. So divide your entire module A in these four themes. Your job will be much more easier as compared to the jumbled up products. Fine. So now today, as I just told you, we'll be focusing on module B, that is functions of banks. Units which will be covered by this module is 22 to 41. So here we have the list of the important topics. Fine. When we talk about module B, then let me be very clear with all of you. Questions based on case studies will be asked here also. We have seen in module A that the case study based questions were there. Here again the case studies will be asked. Okay. So whether you should focus on some important chapter, some important topics, or the entire module B, I would suggest, since we have the time right now, you must focus on the entire module B. You should not skip any topic from module B. So the first chapter, principles of lending, different types of borrowers and types of credit facilities. Here, fund and non-fund based facilities, you must know the difference. First of all, first thing first, difference you should know. Secondly, you must know how to do the calculations of your non-fund based facility. NFBs are very important when you talk about the PPB examination. More or less the questions which are asked in the exam related to the numerical or the formula based question, as we call them, they are from this particular topic only. Most of the questions are from the non-fund based facilities. Then appraisal, assessment of the credit facilities. Maximum questions are asked from the working capital. You must know the working capital cycle, the operating cycle, how it is different from the other operations. And when we talk about the operating cycle, whether it is a component in some of the methodologies like the Tandon committee or not. If yes, what percentage working capital gap must be there for the maximum permissible limit. What do we mean by the margin money? What is the margin money? All these facts you must know under the appraisal and assessment of credit facility. Fine. Then we have the operational aspects of loan accounts, be it the guidelines or for that matter framework for recovery. So recovery starts off with the rehabilitation, restructuring of the loan, and when we talk about the final recovery, it depends upon the asset quality. So whether the asset quality is good or bad, that will determine the final recovery of a particular product. Types of collaterals and their characteristics, secured, unsecured loans. You should know each and every types of collateral. Do not miss any point here. Direct theory-based questions are asked from this particular topic. Then we have different types of securities. Right? Different types of securities you will be learning in this chapter, types of collaterals, but how to charge those particular securities, different modes of charging these securities will determine that whether you will be able to handle the case study based questions or not, specifically for the real estate based case studies. Then documentation, fairly easy, fine, very easy topic I would say as compared to the earlier chapters, and mostly the questions are asked from procedures. NPA stressed assets, the prudential norms, NPA management, the NPA classification as such is very important. All those tables related to your NPA, how the slippage occurs when we talk about the D1, D2, D3 category, whether a doubtful one category can be considered while determining certain IRAC norms, or for that matter whether we can go with the OTS or not for the D2 category. Like that, the basic operational questions are asked. Then we have important laws related to recovery of dues, be it the bankruptcy law or for that matter Bankruptcy Act. Then we have IBC, or for that matter we have the SURFACI Act. All these are very important. Direct laws related questions are asked from here. Next, contracts of indemnity, contracts of guarantee, bank guarantee. The types of bank guarantees are a must do, because we have seen that in the previous examination, not in November but in May 2025, IIBF has asked one case study based on the bank guarantee. So whether you have to go in detail for the bank guarantee, kindly go, because ultimately good amount of marks can be scored if you are clear with the types of bank guarantee. Then we have the letters of credit. See, LC is very important. This time also one question was asked based on the letter of credit, and it was fairly simple, but try to read between the lines, try to know the types of LC also. I have seen many students, they do not study the types of LC, but do not do that mistake. IIBF can ask. It is highly probable that in May 2026 we will find one question on types of LC. Then deferred payment guarantee, the DPGs, what is the purpose, how we are calculating it, what is the method of payment, all these things you must know. Along with that, laws related to the bill finance. Bill finance is one such topic which will be asked 99% of the time. Okay, whether it is for your PPB this time or in the CAIIB examination, this is one of the IIBF's favorite topic. Why? Because in operational banking, that too in the credit department, bill finance is the most important product. Then personal finance, credit card, home loan, consumer loans, not that important. Fine, let me be very clear with you. No question has been asked directly from these topics. More or less updates have been asked. So if you see any update from the RBI's end which you can relate with these personal finance products, do go. Then priority sector advances, the ANBC calculation, time and again they have asked the ANBC calculation for all the domestic commercial banks except for the UCBs, the urban cooperatives. They have not included UCBs, but you should know both, including UCBs as well as without UCBs. And also the priority sector advances, in every subject, in every exam, be it JAIIB or CAIIB, one question will be there from this topic. Agri finance, how to calculate the particular KCC limits. This time around there was no MCQ based on the KCC case study, but mind it, IIBF can ask you directly one question on the Kisan credit card limit. What will be the maximum permissible limit based on a particular case? So do not ignore the agri finance. These are low hanging fruits. You only need to know that what all components are included in the first year limit. Then after that, so you just have to add 10%, right? Then we have micro, small and medium enterprises, the MSME. Here, latest developments you should not skip. We have seen in IIFS this time that maximum questions were asked from the latest developments. They were directly or indirectly related to the latest developments only. This time, you should prepare the latest developments for the PPB as well. In IIFS also will be doing the latest developments, but do not ignore these developments when we talk about the PPB subject. Then government sponsored schemes, all the schemes which are mentioned in the syllabus, they are important, and the self-help group. From here, SHG, what is the basic characteristics of SHG self-help group, how the particular SBLP was initiated, whether one particular SHG can have the 4 tranche of loans or not, what all modes are there via which you can disburse the loans to the SHG. All these important topics you should not skip. Okay. So this was it for your module B of PPB, the most important topics which you cannot skip. If you have any doubt regarding these particular topics, feel free to ask me in the comment section. And for your information, we have launched our Increment 2.0 course, which is for your JAIIB May 2026 attempt, and there we will be commencing our PPB classes from 5th of December. So if you have not enrolled yet, it is highly recommended that you can directly contact us on 0981 981 9247 for the maximum discounts as well as the course related information. If you have any query, just dial this number and your doubts related to the courses will be addressed. Okay, so see you in the next video. Till then, goodbye everybody, take care.